Hi, my name is Tara Hopko. I'm 39 years old and I live in New Jersey. I had Sientra textured silicone implants for just 3 years. I received my implants in 2015 and I explanted in 2018. Immediately upon my breast augmentation, I started suffering from breast implant illness symptoms. However, initially, I did not relate my symptoms to my implants. I justified them in my head as being a busy working mom, possibly going through hormonal changes, or the fact that I had done competitive bodybuilding for a short time prior to receiving my implants. However, within that first year, I suffered from chronic fatigue, terrible acne, severe anxiety, and frequent urination. I would go to the doctor and they'd have no answers for me, and my blood work would turn out fine. I tried to enjoy my implants, but by the second year, I had such severe joint pain that my friends would tease me. I seemed like I was 80 years old. And although I laughed, I was not happy. I was scared. I had terrible gut issues, and it was hard to go out with my family. I couldn't go out to eat with them. I was constantly nauseous. My anxiety turned to full-blown panic attacks, and my acne got so severe that I would come home from work and place ice packs on my face because my face constantly burned and itched. The dermatologist did some testing. I had some staph infection on my face. Oral antibiotics would help for a short time, but immediately upon finishing the prescription, it would come back. By the third year, I was going to doctors all the time. I was taking so much time off from work. I was having terrible heart palpitations, high blood pressure, as well as rapid heart rate, and I just felt short of breath all the time, almost as if somebody were sitting on my chest. The brain fog was probably one of the most debilitating symptoms that I had because holding a conversation was quite embarrassing when you can't remember what you're talking about or sometimes even how to form a sentence. It was almost as if I lived in a fog. I didn't want to leave the house because my anxiety had gotten so bad. And if I did, I needed to be with my family because I didn't feel comfortable alone. This was very uncharacteristic of me. I was always a very outgoing person with a bubbly personality who was very independent. I knew something was wrong. Christmas Day 2017, I ended up in the hospital. I was unable to walk. Again, the tests were inconclusive. I had an MRI done that showed I had spontaneous tears in my hip tendon. The anti-inflammatory medicines helped me, and I was able to walk within a week. The other thing the anti-inflammatories did was help my acne. I was so sick, and I was not an active participant in my own life anymore. And I was positive I didn't want to live like this. I needed to figure out what was wrong with me because, quite honestly, it was absolutely no way to live. I had to dig and dig and dig into the internet for answers. I finally stumbled upon healingbreastimplantillness.com. And that was the moment that I knew what was wrong with me. I knew it was my breast implants that were making me sick. And immediately I knew exactly what needed to be done. After explantation, it was almost like a rebirth for me. I initially began feeling so much better. It was like a new lease on life. All of my symptoms began to start to clear up. And I was so grateful that I had figured out what was wrong with me and that I was lucky enough to experience relief with my symptoms almost immediately. So at this point, I am 15 months post-explant and I have my life back. I'm so grateful to have my life back. My kids are grateful to have me back, and my husband's grateful to have his wife. It's incredible, and although there are days where I suffer from flare-ups of my symptoms, where I almost feel as though my implants are back and wreaking havoc on my body again, I believe that it's the toxins that are trying to come out, and my body still has a lot of work to do. It reminds me of just how sick I was. I often wonder if I'll get to a point where I won't have to suffer from these flares anymore. If I'll fully recover and I won't have that constant reminder of the mistake that I made of getting my implants and just how sick I was. I do hope that that happens someday, but I am able to go out and enjoy life again. I feel alive and I feel happy, and the depression is gone and the anxiety is no longer, and my face cleared up and I'm not in pain all the time. So it's a small price to pay for having my life back.